Welcome to the Path to Greatness first webinar. Today we're going to talk about how to be in control of your luck this year. Please pay attention, go somewhere quiet, put your phone on, do not disturb, because this will change your life if you actually pay attention. And I want to thank you guys for coming through, because you could have been anywhere else, but you choose to come and spend your evening with us today, so you can be proud of yourself, because there's a lot of people that did register and that said they wanted this chance, and they wanted to learn how to be in control of their luck this year, but they didn't come. But you guys are here, so be proud of yourself. Okay, this webinar is going to be extremely valuable. You're going to get 1 year of experiment, 1 year of growth, 1 year of progress, and a lot more in just 90 minutes. So I hope you guys are ready. Before we start actually diving into deep stuff, I'll let Sephora ask you guys.
Yes. Okay. To engage with you guys a little bit, we would like to know where you guys come from. And to have like a clear overview, we made a poll. So I'm going to drop the poll now. Normally it's live and you can vote. So check out your poll and answer, where do you guys come from? Like, do you come from Instagram ads? Did we reach out to you? Or did you maybe come from Caribou that they shared like on their story? Or did you heard from a friend? Or from around our youth club? Like, where do you guys come from? Like, how did you hear about these events? We would like to know. Okay, there are some votes coming in.
Okay, so let us present ourselves a little bit, because you've seen us on the Instagram ads. You maybe have seen us in events, because I saw that also there's people that come from the Rwanda Youth Club events. Who are we? So I'm Kevin Muganza. I'm the founder of the PTG movement, and I do a lot of things. I play basketball. I'm an ex-artist, but I'm not retired yet. So I used to do music. I was born in Rwanda, and I live now in Belgium. And my ultimate goal in life is to become my best version possible, and also show others that it's possible to achieve anything we set our minds to. Okay, now I'll let Sephora present herself.
Okay, guys. So my name is Sephora Kinen, as you can see on the PowerPoint. I'm a law student currently living in Brussels. And to make this introduction a little bit interesting, I just wanted to tell you guys about the story, like about how Kevin and I met, because we didn't know each other before 2022, actually. And it was an interesting story that I'd like to share with you. Um, so I'm gonna just tell you how we met and how I also became his partner in this project. So we actually met over a little over a year ago in 2022 at a sports event of a youth association in Leuven called Caribou. And from there, we added each other on the socials. And I just thought like this was like some random 26-year-old sports coach or whatever. So all I really wanted to do was just give him some feedback, like tell him that the session, like the sports events, was great and that he did a great job. And that's it, like end of story. But little did I know, like this man can hold great conversations. Like I barely knew him, and here he was in my DMs asking me questions about like self-development, about my definition of high value women, about financial freedom, etc., etc. All terms that I like briefly knew about, but I didn't like, I never really thought about them. Like if someone asked me a question, I never really thought like, okay, how could I answer? But I kind of knew what he was talking about. And so I was like, damn, like where did this guy come from? Like it was the first time that someone asked me like such questions that actually interest me and that also led to like authentic and deep conversations. And that also made me think a little bit. So from there, he saw the potential in me, like from the answers I gave him, he saw the potential in me to be the one that could help him build this community, and that will also bring his vision to life. That like he will talk about the vision soon. And so a few weeks ago, I would have said it was just like a random coincidence, or it was just like random luck, the way that we met and everything turned out. But In a few moments you will also understand how it was like much more than that, and that like it wasn't just like some coincidence, or it wasn't just luck. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. To fully understand the concept we're about to share with you, it's important for you guys to know the vision first.
So the vision came to me about a year ago, in October 2022. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was really in a bad place mentally, in all aspects, to be honest. And when you are at your lowest point, there's two choices that are presented to you. Either you choose to let yourself go even more and just not live true to yourself, but just live according to what you get, basically, not aim for more. Or you decide to accept that nothing is going to change if you don't change first. And so I made the second decision, and I decided to change. I changed my bad habits first. I replaced them with better habits. And I quickly started to feel better. And then I was like, well, I feel great now. Let me share it with the people around me. And so we made an Instagram group. And in that Instagram group, we were just sharing like motivational videos, quotes, things like that. But then it quickly got to the point where we were doing weekly calls where we would talk about like how our week went and how we were progressing on the goals that we set for ourselves. And because I saw that it was helping us so much, I just decided to make a project out of it. And now the project is called PTG Community. And I was never very interested in school either. I was always curious and to try and learn things on the side because I just needed something. I just needed to learn practical things that could better my life, and that could better me as a person, like real tangible things. And that's what made our vision come together.
Yes, because the thing we really related on from the start is that we both felt like we didn't really get to learn about the things we're actually passionate about in school. Like coming out of secondary school, we felt like there were so much things we didn't know yet, and I just know that like a lot of you guys feel the same way. So our mission now is to bring as much as people as possible in this community, because we really want to make you guys see what else is possible outside of everything we've learned in school. And we want to also make you see that like you can bring your vision into reality just as like we want to do. So with this community, we're trying to make our vision come true, and the same can be for you. And that's what we really want to share with you.
And in the next few years, our goal, our personal goal, is to build schools. Online schools, but in person as well, and in a few places, by the way. And Rwanda will be one of these places. And in those school, people will get to experience what is a holistic way of learning, and learning real tangible things on their path, to the greatest version of themselves. I'm going to explain what a holistic way of learning is and what actually holistic means, in a few minutes.
The best way we found to demonstrate how we're going to do that is to show you how you can create your luck. That's like the whole theme of this webinar. And I know you might sound crazy right now or delusional, like, how can I create my luck? Like, what? But just wait a minute, just wait to hear what we have to say. And I can guarantee that at the end of this webinar, you'll never see, you'll never view luck the same, actually. So to get you guys to engage with us a little bit, we also made like another poll about three beliefs that we had before this information, and I really think like you guys also share. So you can begin with the first poll. I will make it live. So the first belief is that that luck is always random. Do you believe that luck is always random, or do you think that there's somehow that you can calculate or
The second one is you need luck to be successful. You guys believe that you need luck to be successful? It's plain and simple, self-explanatory.
everybody's like luck is always out of your control? Okay. So you have now answered all the polls. We can see your answers. Well, before we move on, I just want to give you guys a spoiler alarm. Like all of these were false. Now, Before you come at me, I'm gonna let my partner Kevin explain you why.
Okay, so it's about time we give you the real sauce. Okay, I want to be clear. The next slide that I'm about to show you guys is probably the most important one out of this entire. I mean, there's two slides that are going to be extremely important, but this one is the first one. Okay, what I'm going to show you changed our way of thinking and our way of seeing things. Okay, and we actually learned that from a 22-year-old multi-millionaire. His name is Matt Shield. By the way, shout out to you, Matt, if you happen to watch this video somehow. Please take notes, do what's needed to understand this, okay? And if you don't understand, please write down your questions on a paper or on your phone or something so that you can ask them at the end where we do a Q&A, okay? Now we're going to learn the principle of luck. We just broke down the beliefs about luck. Some of you guys answered the poll saying that we can control our luck, that we don't need luck to be successful and things like that. For me, there's only two things. There's God's will, and there's the formula that I'm showing you right here. Okay, luck is proximity times preparation. Let me explain. Proximity is everything you are close to. So it could be your environment, it could be the things you're consuming on the internet, the content you're consuming on the internet. All of that is the proximities you get yourself around. Okay, and you need that. That's the first part of the formula. The second part of the formula is the preparation. Okay, what do I mean by preparation? It's kind of self-explanatory, but you need to be prepared well enough to be able to seize the opportunities that comes your way. Let me give you an example. I'm going to take a doctor, for example. If you want to become, so if someone, maybe someone here wants to become the best doctor in the world. If you want to become that person, you need to be in the proximity with other people that have the same goal, or people that already have achieved what you want to achieve. Okay, you will be, if you get yourself to do that, you'll be in the right proximities to be able to get lucky, as people like to say. Okay, and the second thing is, if you want to become the best doctor in the world, well, you need to know what the best doctor in the world knows, so you need to prepare yourself for that. Okay, and by preparing, you will be able to not only see the opportunities that comes your way, but also make the most out of those opportunities. You might think that you being here is luck somehow, because some of y'all just found a video on internet about us talking about the event. Maybe some of you also know us personally, but you being here, there's nothing to do with it. If we use the formula, you will understand why. You are here because at some point you decided to get in the right proximities, meaning you decided to hang around people that were going where you also want to go, which is on their path to greatness, so on the path to bettering themselves. And you also decided to consume the content, consume the self-development content and things like that. Okay, so you got yourself in the right proximities by doing that. And now the preparation, you needed to be prepared to not only see the opportunities when, I don't know, maybe reached out to you, telling you about this community that we're doing and all the things that we are doing, and then you saw the opportunity in it. Okay, or maybe you found a video, and because you was already consuming, so you was already preparing yourself to get lucky, you was able to not only get lucky but also make the best of it by coming today. I hope that makes sense. Everything that happened to you where you was like, oh, I got so lucky this time, or I'm so lucky I met this person, I'm so lucky I got those grades, I'm so lucky I got I don't know, I achieved this thing. Ask yourself if it wasn't because you actually got in the right proximities and because you was prepared well enough to seize those opportunities. Because today there's 185 people that registered for the event. How many are we today? We basically are 30 people here today. All the 185 people saw the opportunity, but not all of them were prepared well enough to make the most out of it, which is make the effort to come. Okay, and maybe there's technical issues that they had, or I don't know what, but they are not here. That's the fact. Okay, so luck is proximity times preparation. I hope that you really understand that, because it's really a concept that changed our, like, the way we see things, because now we get to actually choose in which proximity we get into, and we actually choose also to prepare, to be prepared well enough to seize the opportunity that will come our way once we are in those proximities. So I hope you guys really understood that one, because it's a really important concept.
To give you another example of how it's done, let's go back to what I told you before about the fact that us meeting each other and us building this community wasn't just a coincidence or luck. Because for as long as I can remember, honestly, I've always been interested in topics around self development. Since I was in primary school, I used to watch videos, vlogs. I've started listening to podcasts, everything. But I didn't really have anyone with who I could like talk about those things because everyone around me was just only interested in like boys, girls, going out, school, whatever. So that for me was unconsciously, like I didn't know it yet, but that was my time of preparation for the moment that he and I would meet, for the conversations we had, and for the answers I gave him that would like lead him to believe, oh, this person will help me build this community. This person will help me make my vision come true. And in 2022, I also started taking the gym seriously and I started really focusing on my health. So is it really a coincidence that I met him at a sports event? We then let everything that like happened to happen? I don't really think so. And like through this community, I've met some incredible people. I built amazing friendships, and I've learned so much things about life, about people, and about myself. And that's how I actually created my luck last year, and that's how you can too this year. Okay, so now that we've given you the formula, we've given you everything, examples, and you've seen like for my experience, like how it actually came to life. There's two options. Either you continue down your path alone, just hoping for some random luck to come your way, like I don't know, like oh, suddenly meeting a good friend or winning the lottery, or you decide to take control of your luck and you increase the chances of this year being your best year yet by joining a community where you will have the proximity and the preparation needed to not only get an opportunity that will change your life, but also to get the right knowledge that will help you make the right decisions.
So now that we've showed you the two path you can take, we want to know who hasn't been in a community before and but think that they could benefit from one. So we just made another poll. You guys can answer that as well. So most of y'all, like 99% of y'all, think that you could benefit from a community. But there's millions of communities out there. And why you want to join our community? There's four concepts to the community we have. There's mindset, body, finances, and people. Okay? Mindset. How do we work on mindset? We really try to develop what we call thinking models. So what makes you pick and make the best decisions is your mindset. Okay, is how you think and how you make decisions. And how you do that is by learning about thinking models, by learning, developing your mindset, like getting rid of all the limiting beliefs you have. Okay, so that's mindset. People, well, it's a community, so it's self-explanatory. You're going to be able to meet a lot of people that are also committed to their journey of greatness, you know, and you're gonna be able to connect with them. Body. We believe that if you don't take care of your health, no matter how much money you have, no matter how great your mindset is, no matter how great your relationship is, your health is also as important as the others. So we work on that: nutrition, sport, sleep, all of that. The last one is finances. I strongly believe that in school we don't learn the things that are necessary to build projects. So to build a business for ourselves, or to start, I don't know, creating content. Like you need to learn about how to start projects, and that's where we're going to learn in the finances part. Okay, because it's going to help you get better jobs, it's going to help you start your own business, it's going to help you in anything related to career, basically. Okay, and those are the four principles.
Okay, now to get you guys to engage again, we made another poll. And we want to know, who do you think is more successful with? I start the poll so you can see the options. So you have someone who has a lot of money, someone who is healthy, someone who has great relationships, or someone with a great mindset. Now we all know they're all successful, but who do you think is most successful out of the four? Okay, we'll say great mindsets. Okay.
So really believe that all four are important. So there's not one person that is more successful than the others. The way I define success, I don't just, someone who has just a great mindset, for me, is not successful. I mean, in my terms, is not successful. Someone who has just a great physique and that's it is also not successful. Someone who has just a great relationships, is also not what I call successful. Someone who has great finances but nothing else is definitely not someone I consider successful. To be successful, I believe that you need all four. And why? Let's take someone. So all the people that you saw, right? We we know they make a lot of money, so they're all financially successful, right? But I'm guessing you also heard that there's a lot of people that are financially successful, but they are miserable. They are unhappy. And why? Is most likely because they lack the other parts. They like the mindset. They like maybe the health part. Or they like the great relationships. Someone who is successful is someone who has the four of these concepts mastered. That's what we call greatness. That's how you get to greatness, is when you have a great mindset, but you also worked on yourself, and you get healthy, you have great relationships around you, and you also work on your finances. Okay. But okay, I said you need all four, you need all four, but how does the community help you get all four and work on all four of these concepts? Here's how. There's three parts about our community. So there's the networking part, where you'll be able to meet new people, and you'll be surrounded by ambitious people that are also committed to becoming their best self, and therefore you grow with them. So like I said, in all four concepts, there's the events part. So we're going to be hosting events online, in person, and you get to meet those people, you get to connect with them in real life or online, you get to create bonds, friendships like we did last year. And you go also get to, there's going to be guests every month that will come and talk about their journey to success. So there's going to be guests that are achieved a certain levels of success in their lives. So it could be financially, it could be relationship, could be mindset, it could be health. Okay. And they're going to talk about how they got to where they are right now. So you also get to learn from them and exchange and meet them. Last part is education. We strongly believe, like I said many times, that formal education doesn't provide us with the education we actually need. Therefore, our goal is to provide you with the thinking model, so how to think better and make better decisions through this education. You're going to get access to trainings, you're going to get access to resources, and those trainings will come from what we learn through exchanges with other people, like successful people in all of the four areas we mentioned. But also the trainings could come from what you guys request to learn about. Okay. And we go also going to use collective intelligence, meaning someone in the community. So if you have a problem, someone in the community probably had that same problem but was able to solve it. Therefore, that person can help you solve your problem too. So that's the three main component of the community. But now you're probably thinking, you told us about the luck part, you told us about like the community, like how can we better ourselves and become the best version of ourselves through the four concepts, the three parts of the community, all of that. But how can you actually make that happen? I want to see if you guys are still here with us. Put some emojis in this thing to see if you guys are still pumped. Okay. Okay, we see you, we see you. Well, now I'm going to show you guys how you can join the community. So there's two ways you can join the community. There's the WhatsApp free community. So you're going to access to different channels, and you're going to get to connect with the people in those channels. But you're also going to get access, if you like more, if you would like more support, to the main community platform. And that platform, the community is going to be hosted on School. Maybe a lot of you don't know what School is. I'm gonna show you guys in a few minutes what is the community platform I'm talking about. But in that main community platform, you will access, you have full access. So all the resources, more one-on-one support, meaning we actually go and tackle the issues that you have in your life. Could be in any of the four core principles, concept that we talked about: mindset, health, finances, or people, relationships, and we help you with that. You're gonna get also access to like member price for events. So we're gonna be hosting events online and in person, and therefore the members of the main community will also get lower prices. We decided to put this community at $9.95. And why did we decide to put this price? Because the value you're gonna get is way over $9.95 per month. Is for you to have an incentive to actually be committed to working on yourself. Because we all know that when we get free stuff, we tend to take it for granted and we don't do anything with them. So it's a way to incentivize you guys to be committed, to be engaged, to help you become the best version of yourself, but also help others do the same. Okay, and that's why we decided to put this price for this season only, because you guessed it, a lot of things will come. The structure is going to get bigger. A lot more people will want to join. Therefore, the price will increase over time. But I've told you guys the two ways on how can you join the community, but there's actually people that went through what you guys will go through.
Yes. So now you maybe thought it was done, but it's not done yet. We want to give you guys as much value as possible. So we want to give the opportunity to some of our members of last year to give you guys a quick recap, like quick experience of how like they experienced the community and how it was for them. So I'd like to give the words to Closel and Claudel. If you guys are here and you want to share like a quick minute of how this community has been valuable to you guys, we would appreciate it.
Hi, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
So, I'm here to talk about my experience in this community. Last year, that was amazing. Maybe you saw what I share um on my social, but I'm gonna just say that that was amazing. That helped me with a lot of things because I received a lot of tools that I can use in my profession life or my student life, like in my studies and in every goal that I had last year. That group helped me a lot, and especially because you are with people that have also the goals to improve themselves or like be the best version of themselves. So you really like surrounded with like um, good people, like really focused people, and that's really valuable for everything you want to achieve. So yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. And the friendship that I had in this group was really great. I still have those friends around me, and that's amazing. That's amazing. That was dope, and I hope they're gonna be bigger this year. Sure.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Claudel, do you have anything to add? Maybe.
First of all, I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm Claudel. I'm his twin brothers, as you can see. I'm 23. I'm a student too, and I know Kevin like personally. So at first, I joined the community mainly out of friendship and to support the project. But the more times go by, and the more I realize like the importance to be like surrounded of people who moves like you, who thinks like you, who have the same goals in lives in general, right? So yeah, for me it has been like an excellent way to stay focused on my goals and yeah, to move forward, right? And yeah, so it's not the time to hesitate no more. Like join us, you guys who watching this, and we'll be like delighted to welcome you, right?
Okay, thank you guys for this real quick recap, a little bit of the past year and the value that you got from it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
So there's a lot of other people, and there's Ivan, there's Amrik, Dana, Ava was there too. You get to meet extremely ambitious people from a lot of places. So we live in Belgium, but there's people that live in Rwanda. There's other that are in that live in Portugal, for example, Tanguy. There's all other people that are in the UK. So yeah, that was you meeting some of the members. You've yet to see everybody, of course. But yeah, so
So we'll move on. And also, disclaimer, continue to ask your questions. We'll answer all of them at the end of the webinar. So don't worry, we'll answer all of the questions. We're just gonna finish and then we'll answer all of them.
is it about time I let people join? Or we have something before?
No, I think we have something before
We
because
have something
there
before?
there might be some of you that are still not convinced. There might be some of you that are still like, oh, should I? Shouldn't I? I'm not sure. Well, let me guys give you one last question. Just one last question before we finish. Do you guys know the definition of intelligence? Do you know the definition of intelligence? Like if I were to ask you what is intelligence, would you have like a straight answer? Interesting. Okay, so most of you guys think you know. Well, as you know, we're all about changing perspective in here. So listen to what Kevin has to say for the last 5 minutes. And if after that you're still not convinced, well,
Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let me go deep again. Okay. Earlier, I said that two slides, I mean, all the slides are important, but two slides will really change the way you see things and the way you think. Now, what is intelligence? I'm just going to give you our perspective. And please be really, really focused. Intelligence is rate of learning plus rate of change. And some of you, if you guys consume self development content or business content, might have heard this formula. I've heard it from a few people, and it actually helped me understand what actually what intelligence actually is. Because we hear a lot of people say, "Oh, this person is not intelligent," or maybe someone told you that already. Okay, intelligence, like I said, is rate of learning. Rate of learning is the quality of the information you get and how often do you go through those cycles of learning. So how often do you take the time to learn? That's rate of learning. The better quality of information you get and the more often you take the time to go learn it, the higher your rate of learning is. Okay, I think most of y'all take the time to learn. Okay, and some of y'all might learn every day. But what separates the people who actually get ahead is not rate of learning. It's both. And the second part of this is rate of change. Okay. Rate of change is how fast do you change your behavior, meaning how fast do you take new actions or different actions when you get new information. Okay. So when you get a quality information, how fast does it take you to implement it, take new action, or take just different actions? So change what you got, what you are doing. That's rate of change. And like I said, we all know someone that keeps learning, that learns about everything, that knows everything. Okay. You ask him a question about something, he knows it. We all know that person. Okay. And I've been guilty because I was both at some point, but I wasn't both in the sense I'm trying to explain to you guys. Okay. And we also know someone who keep changing. He just changed just for the sake of changing without um anything to back up the change. Okay, without any information or relevant information to back up the change that he's implementing in his life. Okay, so you guys don't want to be here, and you guys don't want to be here. What you guys need to be, where you guys need to be, is here. Is to change as fast as possible when you get quality information. And the great thing is, as the more you can get quality information, so the more the rate of learning is, and the more you change your behavior according to the information you got, the more progress you will make. And it's in anything. It could be in school. We all know that person, that people in school are really, really great at learning things. Okay. But how many people do you know that actually take the time to change things in their life? Not many. That's why you absolutely need to do both. And we've just given you high quality information, in my opinion. Now, if you don't do anything with the information that we just gave you, I just want you guys to ask yourself this question. And it's going to be the last question. If you don't do anything with this information, are you really intelligent? Because if you don't, you're not as intelligent as you think. So I think it's about time that, I mean, I hope this was valuable for you guys. This, like, I mean it, for real, for real. This really changed the way I see everything. So now I think it's about time that I let you guys join the community, right? Am I right?
You're right. You're right. It's time for them to join. I think they've been waiting for this moment. At this point, they're dying. They're dying.
Okay, okay.
Because
We
you
want to
know
see, we want to
y'all
see, we want to see emojis. We want to see flames. We want to see all of that, hearts, all of that.
are.
Give it,
Okay.
give it, give it, give it, give it. Go crazy,
Okay.
go crazy.
Okay. Y'all are here. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, we see you, we see you.
We see you. Okay, confetti, everything. I think it's time we give it to them.
This
Mm,
time, okay.
yeah, I think they deserve it now.
Here's how you guys can join. You just need to scan the QR codes and you join. Everybody will be in the free WhatsApp community. And for those who really want one-on-one support and full access to everything, scan this QR code as well. You'll be taken to the community platform.
Also, if you're not able to scan the QR code, you can also just send us a message on Instagram, DM us, and we'll send you the link that is needed. You can ask questions also if you need time to think. But yeah, it's time to join. It's time to join. While they're doing, like, while they're registering, I think I can already answer the first one. The first question that is asked was, do you talk in French in the community, or is it only for English speaking people? So the community will be mainly in English, because English is just like the international language that like the most of us, I think, understand. And even if you don't really speak English very well, or you don't, like, you're not sure about your English, like, it's a great opportunity to learn, because we're here about learning, we're here about growth. So you need to start somewhere. So I think being in an environment where people speak English. I think it's going to help you also develop your English and learn it, because if you don't speak it, if you don't hear it, it's impossible for you to learn or speak it yourself. So that's a great opportunity. But we also speak French. So if you have specific questions or you're not sure or whatever, you can always ask us in French, and then we'll also answer. And we do speak French.
So this is the community platform. So there's going to be the community. We just recently built that. So everything is going to come together. So this is the community platform. Here we're going to put all the chats. Here we're going to put all the classrooms. So all the content, all the resources. I'm going to show you communities that I'm in so you guys really get the thing, okay? Here you're going to get access to the calendar. So every event, you're going to be able to know, okay, when is it, at what time. Here you're going to be able to see the members. Here you'll be able to see also it's kind of gamified, so I'm gonna show you guys in other communities so you get the point. And this is just the about section. I'm part of this community, for example. This is for agency owners, and here you can see they have general chats with everybody talking, engaging. They have different chats, so questions, and yeah, so everything will be personalized for the PTG community, obviously, but it's gonna look somewhat like this. Okay, you're gonna get access to the calendar, so every event calls that we have will be scheduled in here. You get access to see the members, so all the members will be here. You'll be able to see us, the admins, the people that are online. You get to see, so this is a game. The more you engage, the more you get points, and the more you advance levels. And when you get to certain levels, you will unlock certain prices that we have for you guys. Let me maybe show you this one, the certain prices that they have. So here, for example, on level 2, they unlock a chat with the community host. And for us, it's going to be different things, maybe gifts, maybe events that you get to access for free, all of that stuff. You'll be able to see the leaderboards, things like that. So that's the community platform. I want to emphasize the fact that we'll start the second season beginning of March. So by the time the second season start, everything will be ready for you guys to enjoy.
There's already 2 questions. One asks, is this community available for 1 year or more?
The goal with this community is to end up building schools. And so this community is season per season. So last year we did season 1. This year is going to be season 2. Every year there's going to be a new season coming up. So next year is going to be season 3 with new things and all that, better structure, better everything.
Okay. I hope your question is answered. And then another question is, hello, thanks for the great information. You're more than welcome. My question is, what are the challenges you faced with yourselves when you started this path to greatness?
The challenges I faced were that, like, basically where I live, there's not many people that think like I do. And so I always felt better kind of learning things online and expressing myself through like online education, things like music and things like that. I've really been part of a community where everybody was trying to get ahead, and that's why I decided to make this community, is because I didn't get to be in one. And so I felt like many people were like me. They are ambitious, they're driven, they want to learn new things, but they can't find other people that think this the same way they do. So that's the first challenge. Second challenge is there's so much information online nowadays. And how do you make sure that what you're consuming are good information for you? Because some information can be misleading. And I was like, okay, there's a lot of people that are telling you to go towards a path, a certain path that they go through, and they expect you to also go through that path. But I was like, well, people have different paths, they have different gifts, they are different. What is going to help them though is learn the thinking models, how to think better and how to make better decisions. So that was the second part, because I tried a lot of things just because I thought that, okay, this person made it, therefore I can also make it. But I wasn't taking into consideration my unique gifts. What am I good at? What do I actually like? and that's why the education about like how to think and how to make decisions is really important to me. So that was the second challenge. I was overweight at some point in my life, and I had to overcome that challenge. And so when I was able to overcome it, I became, for 2 years I was a personal coach, personal trainer. So I helped people lose weight and gain muscle, things like that. And so I was like, okay, I was able to overcome it. Let me help others do the same thing. And financially, I was able to tap into a lot of things. I did e-commerce. I did so drop shipping. I did we did SMMA for some time. Basically, the community is just a way for me to like go learn in the real life what is needed to become great, and then come and give back to the community. Okay, it's not the way I will make my money. Okay, because we have another business on the side. We help creators build communities and help them make more money, basically. So I was able to build projects. So I also know my way around that. So that's the four. I had all four problems, and I was able to solve them. That's why I decided to create the community. And I'm nowhere near where I want to go, but we getting there. You need to answer that question too, man.
Me.
Mm,
Okay, okay. So what was my like my biggest challenge when I started this path to greatness was probably getting out of my comfort zone, because I'm really someone, I like to stay in my bubble. I have my habits, I have my routines. I don't like change too much. Like I just like what I'm familiar to. And so getting into this path to greatness, I had to be like this leader that I never knew I had inside of me. So I had to make some changes. I had to get myself out of my comfort zone, like be there, show up, talk to people I never met, talk to people I didn't really know. I had to do things, post content, like everything. I had to do so many things that I never saw myself, like I never thought at some point that I would be doing those things. Like I did it, but only for myself, in my comfort zone. Like, for example, filming videos. I used to film myself all the time. Like when I was younger, I used to like redo YouTube videos that I saw that I liked, but I never posted them because I like to stay in my comfort zone in my own space. But then joining this community, I had to be like leading by example. So I had to do what I said, and that was like a whole shift for me. So I had to like go from one version of myself evolving into another version, and also having that friction of like, do I really want this? Because the comfort zone feels so good, but then I know that I should grow. And then like it was really a friction. And that sometimes I still fall into like my old habits of like being in my comfort zone, but then I have the people, like the right people around me that like tell me, keep going, you're doing good, no, 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 everything I need for me to continue to do that. And that's what I need. And that's what I found in this community, that's what helped me the most on my path to greatness with this struggle. This was probably like my biggest struggle or challenge. Hope we answered your question. Next one is, what habits did you implement in your daily lives to shift your mindset for good? Because I struggle to keep up with the routines I built for myself. Well, the easiest way to shift your mindset or maybe your beliefs is to get the right information, to get the right principles, because everything is like the base of everything is just principles. When you know the right information, when you know why you're doing something, what's the goal, and like the things that are underneath doing something, you will do them. You will not just be like, okay, I do that because I have to do it. No, I'm doing that because this and this and this, because I have this goal. And no, 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 no. You like, you know the principles, you know the layers underneath it, and that will push you to do the actions that you like. For example, like you said, you have struggled to like keep up with the routines. If you know why you're doing it, how you're doing it, your depths, you have people around you that are also trying and doing the same thing, it will stimulate you to do those things. So yeah, that's what I would suggest, is maybe just getting the right information. That's what helped me the most to keep up with my routines.
Yeah, and I will add to that, the habits that I implement, you need to know, like she said, why are you actually struggling to implement those habits? Like, what is your drive? What do you want to achieve? Then, when you know what you want to achieve, you need to know what you need to. 'Cause we always want to add new stuff in our lives, but we never think of removing stuff. Maybe if you are struggling implementing new habits, is because you have things that are distracting you from actually being able to implement. You need to know the underneath, like, you need to go to the roots of the problems. You need to know why are you struggling with that. You need to know where you want to go. You need to know what steps you will need to take in order to achieve it, and you also need to track it. So I can't show you guys right now, but I have a whole process on how I go about my days. um by the time I go to sleep, I track all my habits, so I know if one day I didn't do anything, everything will be in red. So I'm gonna be like, oh damn, can't have that happen next day. And so I try to correct that. Can't be perfect every day, I agree, but you gotta aim to try to improve um daily. And removing things is something that we don't do enough, but something so helpful, because you can't move if you have too much things going on. So that's, I hope we answered your question.
Next one, in this community, do you challenge yourselves? For me, I am a content creator. What do you think I am going to gain from this community? I'll let you answer this one.
Well, we are all, I mean, I started posting content a few years ago. Now it's been a year that we have this community, and in the community now there's Sephora posting content, there's um the twins posting content, there's Mike posting content. So we do challenges, that's for sure. We do challenges, like health challenges, like a lot of challenges, different challenges depending on the time we are in the season, we like the things we want to work on. But for a content creator, you need to be surrounded with people that inspire you to make. I don't know what type of content do you make, but you need to be surrounded with people that inspire you to become better, to do more, to learn about, okay, what are the topics that I need to talk about in order to grow? What is my community? Like, there's so much you can learn by joining the community. I'm not gonna lie, I can't go too deep in the content creation part, because it's gonna take, I mean, I can go for days, but it's not the purpose of this Q&A. But there's so much you can learn. We actually help content creators make money, so we know about content creation, and all the things around it, how to make better content, how to make content engaging, how to make. So you're gonna gain a lot of things, not only knowledge, but also people can eventually work with in the future. So I hope we answered your question.
Great one, great one. The next is, where do you live? Well, we both live, like, I live in like near Brussels, so in Belgium.
Yeah, and I don't think you will know where I actually live. I live in Shasta, so yeah, it's also near. It's 30 minutes away from Brussels, basically.
Yeah, so we both live in Belgium, Brussels area. What is a challenge you face now and how you handled it? I think
We
we
answered
answered
that question
that
a minute ago,
already.
right?
Yeah, so for me, it was getting out of my comfort zone mostly. That was my biggest challenge last year.
And for me, I face problem in each category that we talked about. So mindset, um, health, people, relationship, and finances. So um, I was able to handle them because I was focusing on having great information, but also by changing my behavior. When I got this information, it's cool to get information, but what do I do with this information? If I don't do anything, I don't learn. And so that's how I handle everything. Actually, when I have a problem, I try to think, okay, how can I solve the problem? Do I lack knowledge? Yes or no? If yes, I go search for the information. When I get the information, what do I do with this information? I implement it so that I solve my problem. Okay. And sometimes you have a problem, you actually don't like the knowledge, you just like the doing. Okay. And it's by having both that you can actually handle anything that comes your way. So yeah.
Okay, next question. How often do y'all meet in person? Last year, the first season, I think we met three or three or four times. We did like an activity with everyone, but this year we're planning on doing more in-person events, especially with like the close community, so the school community. We're planning on doing more in-person meetings with them, but with the bigger one, I think we're doing two or three this year.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna see as we go, but with the close community, meaning the people will be on the main community platform, um it's gonna be more often. But with everybody, we think on having like big events. I think two. Yeah,
Probably two.
yeah.
Okay, this one is answered. Next one, how long was your journey to the person you are now? Well, for me, it was 21 years.
Me, I can't say my age though, so
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
it's been a minute. Yeah, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. Even
Yeah,
if I just think about like last year, how much we've evolved from the day we've met till now, it's crazy. Like
yeah,
I can't even start to tell you guys. Like it's crazy. But I think last year was my biggest year of like growth. And so this year is progress. We're just trying to progress.
yeah. The same thing for me. I've been like the journey has been a long time, but since I'd actually decided to commit to the growth, to the journey, to the path of path to greatness, it's been a year now, and oh my God, I also can't say how much progress we've made because it's really crazy. Last year was the year of change because a lot of things changed for us, like the way we were thinking, the way we were doing things. Um, like we were getting a lot of new information, but this year is the year of progress. So were able to get the information now. The work needs doing. You can't go around it. Like the work needs doing, and so this year is the year of progress. So we're gonna see how much progress we make, but it's already crazy.
Already crazy.
Already crazy. Just the fact that today we are, I don't know, like 20 some people, but just have in mind that there's 185 people that have registered. I don't know what happened to those people. Maybe they didn't get the emails. Maybe something happened to them for them to not join today. But it's crazy. It's crazy, basically. So yeah.
Can you tell people who have struggled finding the purpose of their life? Well, this is what
That's,
this community is about, guys. This is everything. You'll learn everything in here. That's the reason why we also build it, because before like last year I also didn't know my purpose. I was like, oh, purpose, I don't really know what is that like. But the more you discover things, the more you learn things, the more you're surrounded by people that are also actively like searching for that, or like they want to know their purpose, or like people that are just also just trying new things, like you'll get there. You'll get to also be like, okay, I think I have found mine, you know?
yeah. And you actually find your purpose by trying things.
Yeah.
So if you've never tried things, you will never know if it is for you. And be surrounded with people that are going in the same direction as you. They will also see what could be your purpose. Just
Hmm.
for example, for Sephora, I saw a potential that she didn't see in herself yet, you know? And so it was like that for many other people. So you're going to find your purpose. Just surround yourself with the right people, get the right information, and do something about the information you get.
So basically, join the community. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the webinar. I hope we gave you like some value today. I hope you learned some valuable information, and I hope you're excited to join the community don't forget, like, you can scan the QR codes we gave you, or you can DM us, go on our Instagram page at PTG Community on Instagram. There in our link tree, you can find all the information to join the community. You can see our content that we did last year if you're curious to know how it's going to look like. And yeah, all the information is on our Instagram mostly. So thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you guys.
We really, really appreciate you guys coming. And for those who are watching maybe the recording of this event, and for those who are still here, please take action on something. You got the information, and I'm not talking just today. Like from now on, when you have an information, please change something, take new actions, or it doesn't have to be something you add to your plate. It can be something you remove. But when you get quality information, use it, learn, and you only learn when you change your behavior, change your actions. You do what needs to be done.